Chapter 12. The Earth and its neighbors. We all live on the Earth. The Earth is a part of the solar system. There are many heavenly bodies in the universe such as stars, moon and many more. The stars are very big balls of gases. They give out heat and light. There are countless stars in the sky. The sun is also a star. Some stars are smaller than it while some stars are bigger than it. It is nearest to the Earth in comparison to other stars. It gives us heat and light. Many patterns of stars are seen in the sky. A pattern of stars is called constellation. Solar system. The Sun, 8 planets and their moons together form the solar system. The Sun is in the center of our solar system. Planets are heavenly bodies that move around the Sun on their fixed path. The fixed path of a planet is called planet's orbit. All planets rotate on their own axis while revolving around the Sun. The planets and their moons do not have any light of their own. They reflect the light of the Sun. The Earth is one of the 8 planets. The name of the 8 planets are as follows. Name of planet: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Indian name: Budh, Shukr, Prithvi, Mangal, Brahaspati, Shani, Arun, Varun. Each planet is of different size. Mercury is the smallest and Jupiter is the biggest planet in size. Mercury and Venus are near to the Sun, so they are hot planet. Venus is the brightest planet of our solar system. It is also called the morning star or evening star. The Earth is the only planet in our solar system on which life exists. It has life-supporting gas oxygen in the air, which we need to live. It has water and a right climate for plants and animals to live and grow. We cannot live on any other planet. We can see most of other planets of the solar system with the help of a telescope. Telescope is an instrument to see distant objects. Moons. Moons are the small heavenly bodies that revolve around their planets. Moons are smaller than their planets. A moon is also called a natural satellite. Our planet Earth has one natural satellite called Moon. Some other planets also have their own moons, natural satellites. Many have more than one moon. Mars has 2 moons. Jupiter has 63 moons. Moons revolve around their planets in fixed orbits. They do not have their own light. They shine when sunlight falls on them. The Earth. Millions of years ago, the Earth was a huge ball of dust and hot gases. Over the years, the Earth cooled and the outer layer became hard. Some gases and heat escaped and some were trapped inside the Earth. The hard outer surface is called crust of the Earth. The center of the Earth is still hot and molten. This innermost portion of the Earth is called core. Between the crust and the core is mantle. There are rocks, minerals and metals in solid form in the mantle. The core of the Earth has a very high temperature. The hot molten material and gases put pressure against the crust of the Earth from inside and rush out from the weak places of the Earth's crust. The hot boiling and molten liquid and gases comes on the Earth's crust from inside of the core. This is called a volcano. The hot molten material is called lava. Lava cools down and settles down on the Earth's crust and forms hard rocks. The hard rocks take the shapes of mountains. The Earth can be compared to a half-boiled egg in which outer shell is the crust, the white part is mantle and the yellow part is core. The Earth's movements. The Earth moves in 2 ways. 1. rotation on its own axis. 2. Revolution around the Sun, rotation on its own axis. The Earth rotates on its own axis. The axis of the Earth is totally imaginary line. This line goes through the center of the Earth. This imaginary axis is slightly tilted. The points where the axis seems to enter into the Earth are called poles. The upper point or topmost tip of the Earth is called North Pole. The pole opposite to the North Pole is South Pole. It is at the lower point of the Earth. The equator is another imaginary line which passes exactly from the center of the both poles. It divides Earth into two equal parts, Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere. The Earth takes 24 hours to finish one rotation on its own axis. The movement of Earth on its own axis is called rotation. It makes one day and one night. The side of the Earth which is towards the Sun has day. The opposite side which is not towards the Sun has night. Revolution around the Sun. The Earth, while rotating on its own axis, also revolves around the Sun in its orbit. It revolves around the Sun in a fixed path called an orbit. Its movement around the Sun is called revolution. It takes 365 1/4 days to complete one round of the Sun. 365 1/4 days equal to 1 year. It means Earth takes 1 year time to complete one revolution. Seasons. Seasons on the Earth are formed due to two reasons. 1. Axis of the Earth is slightly tilted. 2. Earth's revolution around the Sun. When the Earth revolves, one pole is tilted towards the Sun. If Northern Hemisphere is tilted towards the Sun, then Southern Hemisphere is away from the Sun. If Southern Hemisphere is tilted towards the Sun, then Northern Hemisphere is away from the Sun. The hemisphere which is tilted towards the Sun has summer, and the hemisphere which is away from the Sun has winter. So, the season in the Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere can never be the same. Formation of summer and winter. 1. When North Pole is tilted towards the Sun and South Pole is away from the Sun. When North Pole is tilted towards the Sun, then it is summer in the Northern Hemisphere. The sun rays falls directly on it and remain there for longer time period. That is why days are long in summer and nights are short. In this time period, South Pole is away from the Sun. So, the Sun's rays do not reach on it properly. So, there is winter in the Southern Hemisphere. 2. When North Pole is away from the Sun and South Pole is tilted towards the Sun. When North Pole is away from the Sun rays do not reach on it properly and Northern Hemisphere has winter. The days are short and nights are long during this time period. During the same time, South Pole is tilted towards the Sun and sun rays directly fall on it. There is summer in this period in Southern Hemisphere. The days are long and nights are short during this time period. At equator, the Sun always shines there. The sun rays directly fall on it throughout the year. It is very hot there. There is summer throughout the year. Days and nights are of equal time of about 12 hours each. The poles get sunlight only for about 3 months in a year. Therefore poles are cold throughout the year. The places between the equator and the poles have regular summers and winters. If the axis of the Earth were not tilted, then both the hemispheres get the equal amount of sun rays and there would have been no change of seasons. Quick recap. The planets revolve around the Sun on their fixed path called orbit. The Earth has 3 layers: crust, mantle and core. The Earth rotates on its own axis, which causes day and night. The Earth revolves around the Sun, which causes seasons. The stars are very big balls of gases which give out heat and light. The Sun is also a star. The Sun, 8 planets and their moons together form the solar system.